Hello, welcome back to another question and answer segment of laundry and business. Like I always say, this is a segment whereby we are, due to our busy schedule, we take on some questions out of the, we pick 10 every week. So today we're going to answer 10 questions from questions that many of you ask about laundry and business inquiries. We are not experts, we don't know it all, but we share our experience of our journey, and I hope we can learn from you as well. Thank you.
The first question that we have today is, how do you handle difficult customers?
Good. In life, there are difficult people, there are fair people, and there are unfair people. And you cannot shy away from it. So you're always going to meet difficult customers in any line of business. Many of us go to the banks and we see people screaming, I've been here since, why is nobody attending to me? We go to hotels, people complain about their rooms. So they're always going, people are going to complain. But one thing I want us to understand is, for every complaint that you get, it makes you a better person as long as you deal with it. So, but I'm going to talk about laundry business. What are the things people complain about most of the time in laundry business? Delivery time, quality of work, and damages. So, but in all these difficulties and challenges, I wouldn't call it difficult, I call it challenges. When you have such challenges, you have to follow 3 prompts. The first prompt is empathy. You listen first. So a customer calls, I'm angry, you guys spoiled my clothes, I'll come and destroy your shop, I'll arrest you, I'll do blah, 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 what the most Nigerians do. You keep quiet, don't go on the defensive or keep arguing. Listen to the customer. And when you say, you'll be like, wow, really, I'm so sorry. Wow. And when he has finished talking, you'll be like, if I was you, I'll react the same way. I repeat, if I was you, I'll react the same way. Once you say that, the person doesn't come from a defensive place. However, I will look into it. This is not acceptable. Those are the words you'll be saying. I'm so sorry. We've never had this kind of instances before. You show empathy. And at the end, you say, I've taken your concerns. And we will never take your concerns. And your closing statement must always be, we will never take your concerns for granted. Thank you.
Second question is, how should one properly sort clothes before washing to ensure that they are cleaned effectively and they don't get damaged?
Excellent. Sorting is one of the major challenges that a lot of laundry people have, from small ones to big ones. Now you have light colors, you have middle colors, you have dry cleaning, you have white, you have, like us, we grade our whites into grade A, grade B, grade C. Grade A are those ones, those ones, brand new whites. Grade B are those that they've been washing, maintaining, and grade C are the very bad ones. Now, it's not advisable for you to wash all together. Okay? Some people, due to economy, you cannot wash a brand new white with a white shirt that's been wearing for years and that is not even clean. So that's a topic for another day. Maybe we're going to talk about how we treat that. But clothes must be sorted. Likewise, whether you're using a machine or you're using hands, you must sort out how you wash. And that, if you're using hand, we use machine, but if you're using hands, you have your different buckets. So they bring the shirts, you bring what we call other items. Other items are things like jeans, dark colors, natives, and all that. Then we have shirts. Those office shirts and co is another category. Then we have whites. So they must be sorted. That's how you sort them. You don't take everything and put in the machine. They will now have dry cleaning and special fabrics. And we have different people that deal it. But if you're a one-man business or you don't have staff, please treat these things at different segments. So you could say, I'll do with other item first. Advisable. Don't deal with white first. Because if you deal with white first, then go and do other items, the bleach, the chemicals that you apply on white will damage other items. So you do other items first, then you do shirts next, those normal processes, then you do whites last, due to the bleach and the chemicals that demand for best output. So they must be sorted.
The next question is, when should I hand wash an item instead of using washing machine?
Very, very, very good. You know, a lot of people want to copy the Europeans, and honestly, from my experience, we have a couple of washing machines, but we do wash a lot of fabric with hands. And from our observation of many years, fabrics that are washed with hands, that are washed perfectly and excellently well with hands, last longer than the ones with machines. So things like your Ankara, heavy colored items, like you have a beautiful red dress, a beautiful red t-shirt, we advise people do not use machine. South, sometimes jeans, strong color jeans, deep blue jeans, deep black jeans, deep red, what we call strong colored fabrics. It's advisable for them to last. I have a red shirt that I've worn for close to 9 years, and it's because we use hands and use very minimal quantity of soap, if at all, very minimal quantity of soap, and you do what they call express. Express is whereby it doesn't stay long in the water. With that, I guarantee you your fabric will last a long time.
The next question is, what should I do if I accidentally shrink my customer's clothes?
Okay, well, basically, what causes shrinking? Most times it's from drying or washing machines. I don't know if you can do anything when a fabric is shrunk. Most of the things that shrink are t-shirts, some kind of t-shirts do shrink. Some polyester materials do shrink, but majorly sweaters. So when they shrink, I don't know, maybe I'll just say rewash. Soak it in a normal, no soap water, warm, medium temperature water, soak the fabric. That's what we did for cardigan. Cardigans are what shrink most of the time. And do not, when you're done, you bring it out wet and hang it. Let it drip out naturally. Do not put it in a dryer. Do not put cardigans in a dryer.
The next question is, what are the delicates in laundry? When we talk about delicate, we meant garment that requires a special care during washing.
Well, there are majority, maybe European fabrics, delicate gowns, special treated gowns, suits. The ones from abroad, you always see it on the collar. But the Nigerian one, maybe they don't put the labels. So we always advise our staff to read labels on treatment. Once you see a fabric that looks a bit complicated, like a yellow, like a suit, I'm looking at a yellow suit there. Those are the kind of things that will get you in trouble. Strong colored fabrics, suits, gowns. There are some jeans that need to be dry cleaned. So those are the things. Just you got to read your labels. We have done it for a long time. So by visibility, we already know things that you need to be careful when dealing with. Yeah.
The next question is, what are the biggest laundry business mistakes?
Maybe I'll just break down. Is it as per business wise or factory wise, like processing? Which one?
Factory wise.
Well, the mistake is not reading label, being in a hurry, pressers, they damage clothes, they shine people's blacks, like suits, trousers. They do not put a Teflon shoe on it. You must put a Teflon shoe. If you do not have a Teflon shoe, you get a white handkerchief, wet it, squeeze it, and they put it before ironing the fabric. You cannot put a dry iron, what we call a dry iron, like those your national iron, those dry iron. You can't put it directly on a trouser. Okay, so you put fabric on it, shining, damages, color on. That's why actually you should separate and do color testing. So some of the common mistakes are easily put in. So when you use hot water, it cooks the blood and it becomes what we call a stay. And there's nothing you can do that can remove it. So those are some of the challenges in the factory.
The next question